and all. Traveller mugs will be needed in coffee breaks.
Oh, that's right. Let's push the chests out so everybody can see our traveller credentials.
We are more traveller than any other hangout on tonight.
I still think you haven't lived until you've died during character generation beats out any other traveller t-shirt. But there you go.
That's pretty good, but you got to admit that like the Beowulf Mayday is pretty fucking classic.
No, Tom. You've got to shut up now. It's the GM's turn now, and the GM wins always.
Oh, hang on then.
Yeah, hang on.
Classic.
Even though you're not saying anything, I'm going to mute you, Steve. Sorry.
Oh no, the ultimate sanction being muted.
If I could blind you and know that you could still be part of the game, I would, but there you go. So, last time, what happened was you got off the asteroid with the Ancients and questioned them at length about their involvement and purpose and all that sort of stuff. And we're in jump, essentially, for, I believe it was a week, as you were heading towards the capital of the Aslan section called... Oh God, that's right. That's why I hate Aslan.
Mio, weo, meow, meow, purr, purr, lick, lick, lick.
Well, I couldn't find my old notes.
What's the
So the new version is Lochty. Oh, and I almost spat all over my computer.
Good stuff. Just clear that off my glasses.
Lochty. They are the Klingons of the Traveller universe.
Yes.
Okay. So, is there anything anybody wants to do with the Ancients prior to coming out of jump? Because you're getting the warning signal, there's lights coming up saying that the jump's almost over and done with.
So,
the only thing we were talking about was how much information to share with them or something, wasn't it, about our mission?
Mm-hmm.
Without letting the Aslan know how much we knew or were doing.
That's right, because nobody trusts the Aslan, they're all scumbags.
what?
Every single last one of them, you can't trust an Aslan.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm just going to say schnick.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't say that. Would not say that at all. You'd have to be a man with a lot of jot under your belt to be able to say that.
I will tell the rest of the crew that was it Seeker. My character's name is actually a rough translation for speaker with prey.
Okay.
And that I'm
comfortable talking to you.
And the reason why my character's named that is I'm one of the more docile of my race.
I'd hate to see them.
I try to find some catnip amongst my gear to throw it the docile one.
I haven't caused a blood price amongst you all, so that's good.
No, that's good, and I am looking at designs for a cat scratching tower.
Oh, you've been into my my berth.
His room is nothing but carpet all round it.
Yeah, it's not carpet. It's all torn.
Oh
yes,
dear.
okay.
Oh, I should have factored in the funny factor. Anyway.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. We actually got a compliment this week from some guy who said, "Please, please, please do more Traveller. It is hilarious."
Is that us or our
do our best? Thank you very much.
The last time he was watching the episode where you had actually gone back to save your other characters, and they were you were talking about the lockability of a certain door, and he just went, "This is just freaking hilarious. Do more Traveller. Whatever you do, do more Traveller."
That wasn't that's right. Yes, my character's claim to fame was he was able to open doors.
Yes.
That was saving the cat.
Oh,
That
was when I was playing Hal.
Okay.
It was.
Oh my god.
So, gentlemen, those of us who have been on this mission,
He was one of my favourite characters ever.
Are we going to let the cat out of the bag?
So to speak.
Is that the Ashland you mean? You put him in a bag? Or?
So
are we actually jumping to the Aslani system?
jumped.
I kind of nervously look at the nav computer.
They are jumping to Bhakti, the capital of the Aslani system.
Don't
Okay.
say no.
Kind of makes me nervous.
Oh.
Considering the cargo, that's essentially where you've got to go.
Crap.
Okay.
So what did we decide about sharing information, guys?
I missed the last session.
Would be necessary. I mean, that's not my area.
Let me round up the last session. It was get the aliens off the asteroid, get into the Aslan ship, and then spend at least an hour and a half talking about whether they should actually tell the Aslani what they've got, where they've got it, and how they got it.
Which I most probably would have conveyed to them anyway.
No, you were up front talking to the pilots and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
They weren't
So
going to talk to you while you were there.
If we don't tell them and customs inspect the ship and they find them, won't we be into trouble? Like,
No,
Going to
we're
the
on their
exotic
ship. They're not on our ship.
But I know my character was there when we actually got them onto the ship. So basically, I've got them onto the Aslani ship. You guys are all out the back talking about how much information we share with them.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
you
wondering
have a
up.
slightly different mission. You came in at this as a different angle. They have a different mission to you.
Oh,
We
okay.
have a human-generated mission. You've got your whatever mission.
All right. Okay. You're going to get all Games of Thrones on me? That's fine.
does that mean someone's going to get their head chopped off?
Most probably, yes.
No, it's where we've got to fight. One of us has to have a sister now. We've got to use. I'm sorry, guys. But
Oh, no.
No.
Pass. All right.
I'm an only child. Sorry.
So can I do a basic rough translation of what happens at the front of the actual ship?
Sure.
I'm going.
Feel
I
free.
have the prey corralled in the back with the other animals. Do not kill them.
guys, I think we need to neuter some of these cats. Getting ideas way above this station. Next minute they'll be spraying all around us.
I think they should have been neutered when they were about 2 months old.
Well, I'm going to talk to my kind in their own languge. It's a very rough
That's
translation.
Okay, guys, I think we should start up some sort of escape plan. I suggest we get some shiny, sparkly things to throw at the feet of cats tied to strings and pull them along.
Does anybody have a laser pointer?
We'll make a beeline for the airlock.
Does anybody have a
laser pointer?
Yes.
Jury rig one.
Oh God! I just have this image of all these hardcore Aslani charging down into the hole, and then suddenly one of them just turns a laser pointer on, and we all just go.
Why have I put my paw on it and it's still there?
Still there.
Terrible.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. And we haven't even rolled dice yet.
I know.
Oh God.
Oh, dear.
Resist it.
There we go. So basically, yeah, I'll just go and tell them everything is safe and secure. We've got friends in the back. Don't treat them as enemy or hostiles.
Or lunch.
Or lunch.
Or lunch. Yes, yes. And we need to hot foot it to as quickly as possible because we have important biological cargo.
Important biological cargo.
Yeah, we brought catnip.
and a toilet.
That's it.
Thank God these guys weren't gigantic mouses. Is all I'm going to say.
Yes.
I know how we can defeat the cats, guys. All we have to do is eject every single litter tray except for one. And they're all going to line up on that one litter tray.
Sneak. No, that would be very ugly. Very ugly indeed.
Very quickly.
Very ugly, very quickly.
Okay, so you come back to the cargo section to assure your companions that everything's okay, everything's fine. We have.
I've convinced them not to kill you.
Well, that's nice.
No. That's normal. That's like a handshake in Aslani.
They are not
Really?
going to kill you.
I'm remembered of a famous quote from a movie from the 2000s. Why should I be so thankful that you don't eat me, or something worse to that effect?
That's it.
I think.
Perfect.
I think I'm in the wrong roll 21. Am I in the wrong roll 21?
No. Oh, I actually suddenly had all of my macros for Tark pop up.
You logged into the wrong campaign, I think, silly game master, because I got all Alicia's stuff.
I logged into the wrong campaign.
Now, admittedly, that was a cool game, so she's awesome.
I'm
Here
logged
I
into
am modifying all my stuff so that I'm Seeker.
That's okay. I was after a name. That's all I was after, and that's what I'm going to go get. So that's okay. I can attack this from a different direction.
Do you want to bail out of that campaign and we'll get back into the new one? Or?
Well, I'm not sure that I can. That's the problem. However, I can.
Oh yeah, I've got Ushtug.
How ironic.
Hmm.
We could go there. Anyway, no.
It's what happened to the big brain creatures that were trying to suck all of Alicia's brain out through a nose. Yes, what did happen?
Well, it did happen to them.
I saw how it ends in a movie.
Yeah, put it in the wrong
Not good.
In fact, I think that's all you said for the entire last game of that. I saw how this ended in a movie.
Yep.
Not
yep.
good.
Not good.
So there's Duranel and Catharan. That's who I'm after.
That's them.
Okay. That's all I really kind of need, sort of.
Yeah.
Shut that down. Right. Okay, so you come back to the block, the lights are going off. You're going to come out of jump within the next 5-10 minutes. Is there any kind of preparation that you need to do or want to do?
Can we seal the ancients into their little area in the cargo bay?
They're not little.
I know they're not.
And they're not keen on that either.
I bet they aren't. But it might be good to have them isolated away from the hungry Aslan.
Is there some cultural
someone with
This is how an Aslani ambassador thinks.
Is there some cultural reason you would like us sealed away from Catharan?
Protocol.
For what reason?
That my people are sometimes warlike, and they may be threatened by your presence initially. But I would like to introduce you to the leaders, and so therefore show that you are peaceful.
Who's Monty? Who's there? It's you, Dave, isn't it?
Sorry,
Who's
couldn't
echoing?
help it.
Right. Okay. How did you two get into the Roll20 campaign?
I went in via just the Roll20 website. So I've got the Hangout on one screen and the Roll20 on the other.
Okay.
The Roll20 I went to on the Hangout didn't have my character, so I had to go back in and get it from the other one.
I'm getting some serious feedback here, guys.
Yeah, I am too.
It's because we're in Roll20 in Hangouts, and we're also in Roll20, which has a similar kind of voice module in it.
No, it's
And
all
so does
cool.
doubling
I'm only in one
No, the
game.
web-based one doesn't. Mine doesn't.
Okay. Have I killed Roll20 in the Hangout?
No,
I turned off one in the Hangout because it's wrong.
I've turned off.
using
I've turned off
the website.
Roll20. I've turned off Roll20.
Okay, kill Roll20. Alright, kill.
What? Kill Roll... You want us to leave Roll20?
No, keep in the Roll20 that's in not Hangout,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
but quit out of the other one.
so stay in the Escape to Aslan Roll20.
Yes.
Okay, so get out of this one and go back to the other one. Okay.
Yep. And if you're not in the one that's on Roll20 website, I'm sticking it in the chat of the chat version of the Hangout. So you need to bring up the chat version. It'll give you a link that points at the Roll20 game.
We can't have too many free trader Beowulf warnings.
No, we can't. I can't get out of the Hangout. I don't get a button to get out of the Hangout.
Over on the on the left-hand side where it's got Roll20.
Oh, just the click thing. Yeah.
Just the cross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've done it and it's killed all of my feedback.
So we're staying in Hangouts, but
Yep.
we're bringing up Roll20.
And the Escape to Aslan.
In your
Establish
website.
server uplink.
Web page, yeah.
See how we go.
Cool. There we go.
Oh crap, I got Alicia back again. Yeah.
Oh, crap. Hang on, there's Zap. So the only one I'm waiting on
No.
is Tom.
I'm getting a double
I'll
up.
close that one, so should I just leave it completely?
Have you gone over to the side, the left-hand side of the Hangout, and hit the cross next to the Roll20 button?
Yeah, I did do that actually. I killed it completely and
So hang on. So where are we?
Go over to bring up the Hangout. Okay.
I love technology.
Go to the left-hand side where the Roll20 thing is,
Yeah.
and click the little cross.
Yep. Undo.
I'm gonna reload the hangout. So
Are you getting any
I'm getting
feedback?
some serious feedback.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Someone talk.
1, 2,
I'm
3.
talking.
That's a bit better.
So it's Tom.
No, I'm still getting feedback a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback from you too,
Whoa.
but nobody else.
Last time this happened, it was because we had Roll20 on the website opened up, and it was
I just dropped out of the Hangout, and I was only hearing you through the web page. Now that I've got the Hangout and Roll20 website, it's echoing on both, but I can't get it to turn off on the website. I'm clicking on the little microphone thing.
Go to your little gear on the website,
Yep.
and go down the bottom and click on Nothing, Disable. When you go down to Video and Voice.
Yep.
Ah, right, there we go.
nothing disabled. Cool.
Yeah, that's fixed it.
Fixed it?
Certainly has.
Oh my goodness, that is so gorgeous.
that's promising. I've got 2 of Dave.
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah, my webcam has an annoying habit of just switching itself off. I have to drop out of the Hangout and fire it back up again.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure we can cope with 2 of you.
Okay, so Tom, you need to go to your web page, like not your Hangout web page, and log into Roll20 from that link. If you've got video and voice underneath the gear, enabled, you need to want
You
to
look at my
broadcast.
screen.
You want to broadcast to others, and you want to put nothing, and you want to get nothing from others.
If you look on my screen, I've just shared where it is.
Okay, I'm logged into Roll20. You want me to click Escape to Aslan, join game?
Yes. Who is drawing bow ties on my robots?
Bow ties are cool.
I can't draw.
Not me.
Well, it's
Now
better than a bow
now
tie
this-
pigtail.
You click on the cog and then right down the bottom where it has voice and video, make sure that says nothing.
You say
Cool.
no broadcast, no receiving. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Right. Okay, done.
Okay, good. So we should all be get his lipstick off.
I have a giant robot with a smiley face and a mustache.
No,
No,
it's
that's
lipstick.
lipstick.
Anyway,
It
Okay,
makes
so
him
now
look much friendlier.
we're in the right hangout now, which is always a good thing. Okay, so we have Duranel is not asking any questions at all. However, Catharin, who looks like, where is he? This.
yep.
Okay, is asking the questions, and he doesn't agree with you in any way, shape, or form, Sika.
Seeker.
Hmm.
Oh, well, look. I guess
Why is your protocol such that we must hide?
you're not hiding. We're containing you from. Was it the other members of my species until we can introduce you through diplomacy.
You have taken us from one prison and placed us in another.
No.
You're more of a ladder.
Stop it. No, it's definitely you will be free, but this is an initial thing that I wish to make sure that you are introduced properly to the Herate.
What, like on a plate with sides?
I look at Zap with my steeliest glare, and I grit through my smiled teeth. You are not helping.
Oh, sorry, I'm not. Oh.
Perhaps we have chosen the wrong group to return with.
That's all you can eat.
Did we have a choice? I don't remember there being much choice.
I say, look, I'm happy to work Catharin. I'm more than happy for you to go how you feel, because you are a very wise ancient one. But if I was to give you counsel, I believe this is the best way to do it.
Duranel looks across at you and he sneers and he says, "What of your primitive race? What will happen to Catharin if we present him as is?"
If
Yeah,
we
what
present
would
him
happen?
as is,
What would
honestly,
happen?
I think honestly, I think many of my race would die.
They're not
we
that
can
ugly.
say-
Because you are powerful, and like I know that some of my race are primitive, and they may be threatened by you, and they may seek to attack you. So in many ways, I protect my own species.
I'm backing away from both of them right now. Just in case. Just moving away.
Duranel and Catharin start speaking in a language that none of you understand in any way, shape, or form. They talk quickly and fluently, which is something that you're not really quite used to with this dinosaur-like or reptilian-like race. In fact, it seems to get, if you're going to put sort of like your own interpretation on it, seems to get quite heated at times.
I'm looking for cover.
Can I interrupt and say, look, I'm more than happy to stay here with you.
You will enter isolation with us, says Duranel.
Yes.
Isolation from what?
The other
species.
Aslans.
From the other Aslans, and I'm more than happy to act as an intermediary between yourselves and my species, and in essence, that's why I'm here.
Who initially will act as an intermediary if you are secluded with us?
We have technology. I will be able to actually speak with people when we actually come through to the spaceport.
You see Catharin almost puts on a wry smile, and Duranel definitely does put on a very sarcastic smile when you say we have technology. And they both look at you as if you're some kind of small infant at their feet. We will accept your offer of secluding yourself with us. What will happen to these others that have accompanied us?
Oh, we'll come along for the ride.
Ballast.
Let's hope you don't start sinking then.
I'll look at the guys and say, do you really want to stay here? I appreciate I appreciate your companionship. But
Yeah. I just give my time out to the Aslan and just quickly gather with the other humans and say we need to stay on top of this so we can give feedback to our people. If we're cut out right now, we're going to lose vital intel. What do you think? Okay, right. Okay.
Are you talking?
We're done.
Was it?
I've got an intelligence of 5. I open doors.
Secretly, is it twitching a bit? He's going, are you talking to me?
Yeah. Is there a door I need to open?
Okay, yeah. Right. No, we'll need you to keep a door closed. Can you do that? Well, I asked the other, what I'm assuming the other person is, Tom, you're playing a female human, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, what do you think?
Elderly female human.
Oh, God. Okay, Anna, what
And
do
I'm
you
not
think?
that bright. I'm not that bright either. So.
Oh, you got to be joking me. Zap's not the brightest one of us, is it? That would be just horrible.
Yeah.
I do a 5.
Shit, I've got a 6. I'm the brightest. Okay, great. Oh no, we're in because it's a human custom to finish what you start. And we're stubborn like that.
And clean up the blood afterwards, in my case.
Yeah.
And such is random character generation. So we have the Belter who makes the decision that you will indeed stay inside the lockup with them, and you all retire to a sealed section of the cargo hold, closing everything off.
I am wearing my vac suit.
Okay. Quite possibly a good idea.
Very smelly.
Yeah, he's a Belter. He practically always goes everywhere in his vac suit. Let's go to the beach. He turns up in his vac suit.
Awesome. Wait till you don't know a real sauna until you've had one in a vac suit.
I never trusted my swimming teacher that we would actually float when I laid on my back, unless I had my vac suit.
Vac suit on.
Oh dear. Okay, so you seal yourself off within probably the last minute and a half before you actually enter Aslani space. You see the lights stop flashing as you exit jump space, as is the want for the jump engines to do, turning off all the warnings so you know you've arrived. You wait momentarily, waiting for the pilot to tell you where you are, how long it's going to take you to make your way into system, etc. You receive that message. You hear, which Seeker translates to you as.
Furballs.
Well, Seeker sort of looks
The pilot was just clearing their throat.
a little bit confused. As he tells you that there seem to be no pinpointing on the system or the navigation equipment yet of Luakti.
Guys, I saw this in a movie. It's going to go down from now.
So I talk back to the navigator that's obviously in on the communicator with me, and I sit there and just go, and basically say, "What the?"
I think they just got engaged. I tell the dinosaurs.
You hear back, which tells you that the moon has been located. The planet has not.
I basically say, in rough translation, where did you get your navigation degree? What the hell are you talking about?
It was a guy named Tark.
We're doomed!
No! I've always wanted that. Right. No, Professor Babbage told me how to use the computer.
God.
We're doomed.
It is quite clear the system is telling us that we have found Quacktle the moon. It is splintered.
When can we make our next jump?
Okay, as you call out that, you hear a loud explosion. And you get nothing but static back.
Uh-oh.
So I gingerly tap the Aslan on his shoulder and say, "Is there a problem?"
I take out my submachine gun, cock it, and go, "I think so." And I start walking towards the door to check to see whether it's pressurized.
Oh dear.
Pistol. I'm getting
Okay,
the snub pistol out.
As you all draw your weapons and start cocking them and loading them and stuff like that, you
Run a
actually,
submachine gun, unpressurize the door.
you actually see that emergency doors shut down in front of the door that you go to check.
Oh.
Vacuum seal doors.
Anyone got a cutter?
Actually, yeah. I got a mini toolkit with a cutter and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, here's your chance to shine. Open that door!
Hang on.
Get open the door!
Hang on. I'm going to look back at the ancients. What are they looking like at the moment? Are they looking nervous, or are they looking like they're pleased with themselves?
They're currently conversing with each other very quickly. You can't. What sort of skills have you got? Let's go over there and have a look at that. Where are we, Seeker?
I've got independent, Duke Law, gun combat, leader, hunting, admin, and I've got a personal weapon.
Give me a leader roll.
A leader roll?
Yeah, I'll accept leader.
Double one.
What the hell? What the hell's happening here? Why did that happen? What the?
I don't know what happened. You need to be more expressive.
It came up with modifier 0. And I hit my macro.
3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 0 equals 12.
Yeah,
They've got a good roll. Anyway.
sometimes, Mark, you can put a modifier in if Mark says make your roll at -5 or something. Plus
Yeah,
4.
so you just click submit and it'll roll.
Yeah, well that was great.
No, it wasn't.
I got a 12. I don't know whether that's good.
I expected double ones. You got to manage to stick a 2 in the middle. So
Okay, as you look at them, you can't tell a thing about these creatures. You look at them, and it's like looking at a gigantic robot with lipstick on it, really. You're not entirely
Beautiful.
certain whether it's pleased.
Okay. It's just happy to see you.
But you're willing to
quickly
hope
look over. I'm quickly looking over to make sure there's nothing that's coming, like charging out of them, running towards my face.
Out
Just
of where? From them?
Out of them, somewhere.
Okay, you have a look at them and you can just see that there are two people, or two rather large dinosaurs, talking to one another very, very swiftly in whispered tones.
He's going, I'm going to eat the one on the left, you eat the one on the right.
I make sure I'm in the middle. You guys take the left and the right. That's all good.
And when a couple of dinosaurs start talking about who they're going to eat first, you should damn well start listening.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they go for the Aslani, they're going to have indigestion.
Okay. You're focused on them whilst good old what is he? What's your name, Dave?
Greldeck.
Greldek. Greldek starts burning through the controls. He starts burning through to the controls of the door. You see, he actually quickly opens up a panel and starts pilfering out wires, etc., as he begins to rewire the doorways to open up the airlock and the doorway itself.
Is that such a good thing, seeing there may not necessarily be a ship beyond that door?
Well, you should be in a vac suit by now.
Good point.
I am.
Yeah, I'm wearing my back suit.
Hang on. We got precious compadres here. We should really be looking at how the ancients are going to be protected.
Well, they're fine.
Okay.
They can move through space. They've done it
They were
before.
going to eat me.
Katharin turns around and he says, "Do not worry about us. We are able to suffer the issues of zero. What is it? Not
Vacuum.
zero G. Yeah, of the vacuum of space for short periods of time. Thank you.
Right.
Mind blank.
That's helpful. Okay, I'll get in my vac suit.
Okay, you start drawing yourself into the vac suit. What about you? Is it Alicia that's still doing it? Oh.
She was in the vac suit too.
Okay.
We've never got out of them since we were in that little rock ship that we needed in vac suits to live to get to this place.
That's right. You didn't either. Oh, well, mind you, this has been a week in between then.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on telling them paranoia things so they stay in their vac suits. I'm happy with them in their vac suits.
I'll crank up the air freshener in mine. I've been in it for a week.
Okay. Do you
Living
have
in the belly, yum.
Do you have a electronic skill, Grelbeck?
Let me peruse my character sheet.
I can tell you now it's no. Better jack of all trades it, I think.
Yeah, no, just jack of all trades 3. That's mine. Claim to fame.
Your go-to skill. Better give me a roll
My
for that.
go-to skill. Especially when it comes to doors.
And as he's about to open the door, I make sure I'm locked down to something so I don't get sucked out.
Okay.
And I would gently remind everyone else of that, just in case.
I hope
Yes.
somebody's coming to the door with a gun in case something charges in and tries to eat me.
Oh, I've got a gun in one hand. I'm just holding on to something else.
Don't shoot
Ooh,
holes in the
pretty.
back.
Sparkly. The cat's all like that.
What?
I said sparkly. The cat's all like that.
I don't think he's in roll 20 at the moment. Anyway.
I'm getting back there really quick now. Hang on.
Come on, Dave. Give me a jack of all trades roll. Yeah, no, you
did.
did. Which
You want
allowed
another one?
you to. Yes, I want another one. Pretty please.
Any modifiers or as is?
I'll give you a +2 because of how well you opened the panels and stuff like that. You might have actually found a few labels before you burnt them off.
Oh, yeah, baby. Mate, I just rebuilt the door so it doesn't even squeak. Listen to this, guys.
Okay, you go listen to this, but the vacuum space spins away any noise as the door swings open, and you see it opens onto empty space. But you do see a pitched battle going on. What appears to be Aslani ships arcing towards large, almost grown ships that you've seen the likes of, but they were much smaller, and you saw the likes of them back in where was it? Fell? Not
Fell, yeah.
Yeah, back
No,
in Fell, underneath the water.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, goody.
Over the radio, I say, "Oh, Kitty, homeworld, go bye-bye."
Now you know how Princess Leia felt.
Yeah. The Princess Leia isn't going to do what I'm going to do. So I've got no ship at the present moment in time around me.
You got no world, mate.
Essentially, where the forward section of the cargo hold and where the pilots used to be, there is now molten metal and slag spitting off in different directions.
Okay, are there any ship's boats on this vehicle that we're aware of, or that the Aslan could tell us about?
I did actually make sure that we had, like, in the containment thing, that there was actually an escape pod or something there with us.
There is actually a ship's boat on the system, and it's actually at the rear of the hull, so you're actually in luck. It should still be intact.
Sweet.
All right.
Shall we make for that?
Yep.
We'll be able to fit the dinosaur folk in that more. Okay, lead on. Well, I'll attach everyone and let the Aslan go first because he knows where he's going.
Yep. Well, I can't drive a ship's boat.
I can. I've got a ship's boat.
All right.
Oh, bye.
Do you, Dave? Do you have gunner? Yes.
No. Jack of all trades, though. I can work it out.
Cool. You're on the gun, matey, when we get there. You're on the gun.
You're allowing the guy that just opened the door with a particular skill to man a weapon that can damage
He
Starship.
can't possibly damage us.
Famous
I
last
hope I don't roll
words.
a double one because you know what Mark will do with that.
No, famous last words. As he drains every ounce of energy out of the ship's boat into the laser array.
Excellent.
No, into the door of the ammo hatch.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, lead on, Seeker.
Basically, I just made an independence roll because I needed to, seeing I've just seen the destruction of my home world, I just need to make sure that I can function, because I'm very much a clan-based thing, so I could have very easily just spilt over into the edge then.
Okay, and you're not doing terribly well at it either.
No, that was a 7, so I'm kind of on the edge. I'm just like, kind of
Oh, look, we can.
ready to roar it out.
Another one.
He's got job 1. We've got enough super glue. We'll be fine. Let's get to the ship's boat.
All right, getting the ancients into the ship.
Okay, you start focusing on what's less painful by getting the ancients into the ship rather than actually paying attention to what has happened or the absence of where your place used to be.
Yep. As we're moving, I'll just say, gee, it must really sting to know that your own planet's gone. All those people, man. Oh, jeepers. Are we getting close to the ship's boat?
Oh dear, and none of you have leadership. Awesome.
Yes, I do.
Oh
I'm
yes,
not leading,
you can't leadership yourself into
I know.
into not clawing his face off. Hang on, let's see how the. Let's
No, he's
see
got to
how,
peel the mask. He's got to peel the
However,
mask off first.
I have got Duke Claw.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
I have snub pistol. Just saying. And I'm pointing up your ass right now with my snub pistol. You're leading.
Okay, Katharin starts trying to talk you down, and he's failing completely. As you're beginning to roll, you can see the hair on the back of Seeker's neck beginning to bristle and stand on end.
I can't
When-
because he's in a vac suit.
Well, yeah.
No, no,
there
He's
you
got
go.
a
The way-
see-through back
the
there.
way-
It's very creepy.
Can I just tell you the way that you can tell an Aslani is getting angry is they start to
Holding you
smile.
by the throat.
Well,
I can't see you
that
smile because you're in front of me leading us to the ship's boat.
because they bare their teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, his teeth are actually
you
sticking
direct
through his
that.
helmet.
Oh, he's happy. Okay. I smile back.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Deconnell,
is he smiling back? Hang on, let me
Decannel-
make another independence roll.
Don't wind up the fur ball now. Now's not the good place.
Look, we're all friends.
Now it's probably not the good time either. All the-
Strangely, the aggression that the person has shown me is solid me up a little bit more.
well, I was going to give you a negative to that roll, but I think we better stick with the 8.
It was about to go PvP very quickly there.
Perhaps. But right at the same time you receive the negative, you're about to claw his face off, but you hear Decannel actually calls for your help, and it brings you back as you see that he is beginning to float away. He seems completely and utterly unused to zero-G environments.
Who? Which one?
The warrior-like one.
Oh, crap.
He's floating away.
I get it.
Okay,
I-
Ronnie, I did
I-
catch and I'll go do
I chuck a tether line on and I jump after him.
I've got the little...
Camera? The funniest home videos.
No, the little directional jet thing. I can...
Oh,
Get
okay.
back.
That's the shit I do.
All right, go get him. I won't get him.
Apart from bristling the pussycat, that's the other shit he does.
Just
All right.
being friendly.
I look at him and I go, save him now.
I smile back and say, yeah,
Oh,
I will.
Alicia totally would have, because she was good at that, but no.
Okay, so I'll do a loop around it so that he's caught up in my tether wire and I'm heading us back towards us.
Okay, so that leaps out and he
towards that
manages to get Renal back under control. The back area is now opened up and you can see that the ship's boat is currently in zero-G and has lifted off the ground, but it is ready and undamaged.
What sort of ship's boats are we talking about? Is it a ship's boat, or is it a modular cutter? What sort of...
It's a modified, what you would call a modified ship's boat anyway, but it's largely
Tonnage?
quite. It's got some armament on it, and some missile weapons.
Okay. Tonnage?
It's
What-
about 30 ton.
20 ton. Okay, sweet.
30 ton.
30 ton. Okay. Cool.
So that's a gig, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not sure, but it's good. It's good. It'll contain the dinosaurs and Pussycat can go somewhere quiet to calm down and deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, and all that sort of stuff.
I made another independence roll.
I didn't say that to you.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
We've got a litter box in there.
I-
Here we go.
And the scratching post?
I pat Zap on the head and I go, "Good naked ape."
All I think of is something very unkind, but I'll work that out later on.
He doesn't seem to be smiling at you anymore either, the rude bastard.
Yeah.
As you...
Well, can we pile in the ship's boat pretty quickly?
Yeah, absolutely. With a bit of a ship's boat check, we need to get the cargo bay doors open for you to get out.
Where am I
Okay, you do that very, very well,
Oh,
and you actually initiate launch quickly. leaving the remains of what seems to be this. Like, I mean, you were in. We won't say that it was exceptionally large, but we will say that it was, 120, 130 ton worth of ship, sleek, well styled, etc. And you make your way out, and you just see that this expanse, which was probably 30, 40 feet of the computer and the controls and all of the detail of the ship is just wiped away, and practically what's left are residual systems that looked after the back end of the end of the ship. So
Cool. Okay. Who has either computer or electronics to get on sensors?
I have due call.
Jack of all trade 3.
God, you're on the guns. If it has guns.
I do believe that Becca may actually have computer.
I do indeed have computer 1. Oh.
Cool. Can you do us a sensor sweep of the general area to say where we need to not go to? And where's the closest planet that we can get some sort of cover behind or something? Big huge thing floating in space.
Now you might be asking a bit much. But I might have worked it out. Oh, I rolled in the wrong one, but I got an 11. Alicia's good luck, obviously. Yeah.
Awesome work. What's Alicia's computer skill?
I don't know, but I gave her +1.
Well, that's all right then. All good.
Copy and paste.
Okay. So, essentially get a readout that there is the moon that you're actually heading towards, which is the closest body that you're near, has 2 of these sort of main ships, and we're talking, when I say main ships, we're talking at least 2,000 tons.
Holy shite.
Yeah. And they're both definitely from the Barthoon system. More than likely mechanist in design, perhaps sort of using the technology that these ancients have created. There are 4 Aslani warships, and when I say warships, they're about 800, 900 tons, and they're currently combating, and there's quite a few Wasps and Aslani fighter ships out amongst them taking the fight directly to these ships, but they're getting decimated.
Okay, guys, what do you want to do? Head away from, or try to use this to take time to cover and all that rubble, and then see what's happening after that?
I think we need to run and hide because they can
So that means we're going to run to the moon and hide in the rubble there, and then.
I think we need to get to something that has a jump drive, and I really do think that we need to convince the Aslanis that we need to get the hell out of here.
They'll kill us eventually if we fight. Like, it doesn't matter how well you do.
So get to the moon so we can get closer to see what's happening, trying to make contact with one of the Aslani ships, get over to them as quick as we can to jump out.
That sounds like a better plan.
Yeah?
Alright, okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah? Trying to use the moon as cover while we're trying to get contact.
Yep.
Okay, rightio. Well, if you know any codes or anything, do you want to get ready to start doing that communication when we get close enough? I'd want to, once we've sort of got a hidey place, I'd like to suggest that we do it then, so it's harder for them to find out where we are. We're not sitting ducks in the middle of space.
Okay.
Yeah, don't draw attention to us.
You do have a couple of options. The first is obviously the warships, but they are the closest to these two ships. The 2 mechanist ships. There is also a signal, a pulse, repeated signal coming from the moon as well.
Do I know any stations that were on the moon?
There were at least, well, there was a single military station, and there was actually a small colony on the moon as well.
Okay.
Do I know? Could I use my admin skill to pick up what that could possibly be, like a distress beacon or a detonation beacon?
Sure.
Detonation beacon? Those cats are crazy.
Incoming nuke.
Okay.
Where are we?
Okay. Based on this roll, if it's not a detonation signal...
9.
Okay. You're actually receiving that it's sort of like the Jedi signal, which is sort of, you know...
These aren't the robots you're looking for.
No, there is trouble here.
This isn't the giant robot with lipstick
Trouble
in
here,
it.
stay away. But there's also an underlying signal that the base on the moon, there is a separate signal that's tied in with it. The base on the moon's still operational.
Let's go
Right.
to the moon then.
Yeah. As we're going in, can Dave
Save
can
the
you
moon.
bring up what armaments we do have, and can you get them operational and ready in case we need them?
Yep.
Give us a jack of all trades check there, Dave.
Any mods?
No.
Yep, it's got guns. I think this button will fire it or blow us up.
What have we got? do we have missiles, beam pulse, or God, I hope not, sandcasters?
Seeker turns around to that and just goes, "We die for the glory of the Aslani nations."
Yeah. Could I ask you to stand right by the airlock, please, my friend?
Brandon says, don't ask questions, that red button fires them.
So that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. But what is it that we've got to fire at people?
What have we got?
He doesn't know. He knows that red button fires it, though.
God. Oh, yes, we're throwing sand at you. Yeah, that'll get you.
He tells you that there is some kind of targeting system.
Right, good stuff.
So
Hold
it's
it,
unlikely to be
isn't it?
sandcasters.
Yeah, Aslani like missiles.
Cool.
I like to see
Excellent.
things go boom.
Cool. Maximum spread. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What am I going to do? Pilot inwards. Well, oh, nav. I've got nav as well, so that's nav 1. Oh, that's good. I've lost the moon.
Who's?
Okay.
Oh.
There is actually a navigation program loaded into the ship's boat at the moment, and its rating is 4, so that's okay. That's
Oh,
fine.
cool. Okay.
But there is no piloting, autopilot on or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
that's me.
I've got a
Charlotte
ship
just like
boat
1.
one if you want. Oh, you've got
There's my
it.
ship.
Oh.
There's my ship that 1.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well
that's
done.
good. Oh, there's the moon there.
okay,
I can take over.
the computer saves you a task moment as you steer the ship in the direction of the moon itself.
Good. I just want to inquire: is there a sauna or jacuzzi on board this ship's boat?
However, there is no sauna or jacuzzi. However, there is a carton of Scout Brew called the Jacuzzi.
The jacuzzi.
Oh, cool. Okay. Nice. Okay, load that up and fire
he
it at
lives.
them.
Tark lives. Only he could make that brew.
Okay. If we find some human at the back end of still, we'll load him up to fire at the mechanist as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you start arcing towards the signal that's coming from the moon, realizing that that's probably the point of origin for the military base. As you do, you start zooming in. You see that the lights on board the console are telling you that something is amiss.
Of course. How close are those mechanist ships to us right now? I'll
You're-
put the moon between us and them if I can.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that you're going to do that. You're actually going to have to try and fly in their shadow and move underneath them.
Right, I'll try to use if I can, the Aslani warships to get in between us and them as I do so.
You're fairly certain the first Aslani ship that you were a part of was actually taken out with a spinal mount weapon.
Oh, nice. Don't worry, guys. We are small. It's going to be hard to hit us. Of course, when they do, we're gone. But, you know, look on the bright side. We're harder to.
Put a hole through us and the moon behind us.
Look on the bright side. You are going to die very
bright
quickly.
side?
Probably. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
Just like park up next to the ship, open up the airlock, and I'll jump out and attack them.
I thought you were going to say we could share the brew with them and make friends with them.
Like,
You push the case of jacuzzi towards the mechanists, hoping they know that particular brew.
Yeah. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy.
God.
Party.
Okay, you move down trying to gain some kind of shadowing material. You know where the or where you can guess where the sensors are on this particular ship, and you're doing a fairly good job of it. However, there is something on the console that's telling you that you're being, well, you don't know, but it's flashing red. Beep, beep.
Okay, either a missile's locked on us.
The Aslani looks over and goes, should we be worried about that? Can someone tell me we should be worried about that?
Yeah, if it's red and it flashes, it's not good. Okay, so here we go.
Bring us a glorious death.
Surely we should worry about that. Stop calling me Shirley, and yes, we should.
Yeah. Okay, Shirley, I say to the Aslan. Do you want to get on the horn to your friends down there and try to see if it's them or if it's something else that's targeting us with this beep 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 thing? Because human ships don't have this big huge red beep 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 button on their consoles.
Yes. Was it the one of you who is good with communications? Make it happen, please.
It's certainly
We'll
not,
still looking at each other.
the big red button's certainly not paw shaped anyway.
No.
Becca,
six on it or something.
give us another computer roll to see if you can either get a connection or find out what the big flashy red button means.
Oh,
Come on, Decker. Come on.
red button. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I like red buttons. We should press it.
Push.
Space gone far.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's almost could have done it.
Okay, Decker, you have the choice. You can either contact the base or you can find out what the red button means.
Red button.
Okay. You start cycling through the computer itself, finding out what exactly is going on. You try and get the communications to join, but you realise that that's just too alien. There are some kind of protocols that you're just not aware of, and the cats obviously probably have some kind of weird signal where you have to send the smell of a mouse before they pounce or something like that. You're not entirely certain what's going on. So you focus instead on the big red button, and you realise that one of the mechanist ships is actually targeting you with some missile fire. The missiles haven't been released yet, but the electronic signatures or the electronic signals are trying to actually target your ship.
I hit the red button.
Cool. I say thank you, Decker. I thought it was that we're running out of catnip.
Radar lock.
I asked Dave's character, Grilldeck, to start getting the missiles ready to take out anything that comes our way, and push the red button.
Okay, well you see Seeker's already beaten you to it as he reaches over, hearing what Decker has to say. You turn around to Grilldeck to say, get ready to send back some returning fire, as the huge paw of Seeker strikes the red button. As it does, you suddenly get hit by exceptional gravitational force as the ship begins to set itself into a spin.
Okay. It's a pity because right now I'd be grabbing my spray bottle and spraying the cat and saying, naughty cat, don't do that again. But anyway, we're spinning.
You are, and there's exceptional G-force from the turning shape of this, and you actually see the two dinosaurs, the two ancients, are pressed against the wall, as is Seeker, who hits the roof fairly hard, taking... let's see, where are we?
I'm taking damage.
I've got my boots on and my vac suit.
I'm strapped into my seat. Seat belts on.
Yeah.
The gun.
Seeker, take 1 point of damage. That's okay.
1 point of damage. Alright.
Okay. I'll try to regain control and attitude of the ship.
Okay, you do. You see what the actual red button has done is turned the turrets that currently Grilldeck is strapped into in the most optimal position to let loose the rockets against the battery that's targeting you.
Push the bloody trigger, I say.
I'll fire.
Okay, now, not having gunnery, I'm assuming it's Jack of all trades. Give me that roll, and it's giving you a +3 to the roll.
And I'm gunning the ship towards the moon as fast as whatever G I can pull out of this crate.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yes, Jack of all trades.
Okay, you see the missiles begin to streak through space, and they each take their own little, just for dramatic space, they all sort of fan out and go out in a large sort of pillow or a sort of cloud of missiles, and they streak towards the battery, and they all start weaving in amongst themselves, twisting slightly in a gravitational turn. You see as they come in close, sandcasters are blasted out, attempting to stop them. But the missiles, a couple of the missiles are stopped by the sandcasters, but about 6 of the 8 that are sent strike home. There's a huge flare of fire which is immediately erased as the missiles that were targeting you disappear and the red button stops flashing.
Oh, the red button stopped flashing, guys.
Yes, I pressed it.
Yes, and I'm looking for a spray bottle. Need a spray bottle, note to self.
Was it? Our deaths are yet to come, my friends. Quickly, to the moon.
Aha. Well, yeah, I'm gunning pulling every G I can get out of this crate to get us there quicker.
You are pulling every G that you can out of this crate. As you do, the sensors light up as 6 more ships enter system.
Holy shit. Okay, Decker, can you identify them? Tom?
Maybe.
Help. Help.
Help.
Damn mechanists.
It might not be mechanists.
No, I don't really know who they are. A little bit.
Oh, goody.
And he doesn't either.
Okay.
All have come.
We'll just have to keep on going down to the moon and trying to make. I asked the Aslan to make contact with the moon, and so they don't shoot on us thinking we're part of the enemy.
Okay, Decker, give me another attempt to try and secure a communications channel. Okay, no, still can't. You come flying in blind.
Okay, can I fly the cat? Can I fly the ship in an Aslan manner to impress them that there's an Aslan on board?
Give me a ship coach.
Flick its tail or something. I don't know.
Could I use an admin role and then followed by a leadership role? Whereas admin role, I kind of understand what the protocol would be for an Aslani ship to approach the dock, and then use my leadership role to actually tell him what to do.
You don't have training, but I'll give you the admin role, and you can give it to him, and I'll give him a plus to the role.
All right. Go, little camper. That's just did it.
Okay, you realise that ship's boats that are approaching the surface always go to the mouse tail point of space before turning around and heading to the gullet. And you inform that to Zap, who then gives me a ship's boat roll at a +2, using that information.
I'll also turn and look at the Aslan with a look on my face saying, "What the fuck?" And
remember to show the belly of the ship.
Damn! Now you tell me. I did the mouse tail, but not the belly.
Okay, you turn, you reach the mouse tail, except you turn the back of the ship rather than the belly of the ship to it as you're coming in. As you do, you see the red button starts flashing again as you get laser targeted from the area itself, from the Aslan base itself.
I clap my hand on the back of Zap and I go, "Now we die well."
I want to say shut up to the cat, but I'm a bit busy right now.
I'll get
I
ready
scream
to fire
to Deck and say, make communication. I ask Greldeck to, if he's got any more missiles, to fire down that way, and I'm going to try to make as much a way of defensive maneuvers,
I'll
vent
attempt to fire
plasma,
again.
change polarity, anything I can think of that's going to try to protect us from these incoming weapon fire.
So you want Greldeck to take out the Aslani base, is that what you're saying?
Nope. I want him to try to take out the missiles, if there are missiles facing us, if it's not just the weapons.
Okay.
The weapon platforms, that's all. That are aimed at us.
Okay.
You cross the streams, whatever it is.
Could I suggest something? Is actually use the missiles defensively to missiles that have been launched at us.
That's the other thing I said,
That's what he just said.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Apologies.
But because it's laser targeted, I don't know whether it's going to be lasers coming our way or missiles coming our way.
Okay, it's
If
definitely
it's not
missiles.
missiles,
You
okay.
definitely see a swarm of missiles launch up from the moon itself, aimed
Cool.
directly at you. You can see that the little red light seems to almost sputter out. It's trying to illuminate your face that much. Dave.
I get my gun and I break the bloody thing so it's not annoying me anymore.
Greldeck, try and take out the missiles.
Oh, yeah. Plus 3 again? Or just a normal roll?
Just a normal roll this time. Trying to take missiles out of the sky is a lot harder.
Oh, I am on fire!
Oh.
You grab yourself a brewski, matey. There's some in the back.
Hang on
Okay,
a second, watch this!
Seeker leans across and gets a jacuzzi and just pops it for him and hands it to him and goes, "You earned this."
Well, let's not all congratulate each other too much at this point.
Oh, God.
We are aiming on the positives.
The missiles streak across space, and you see Greldeck turn and he takes down 8 with his own 8 missiles, but you see it's actually a 12 battery, and 4 speed through, slamming into the ship, essentially striking at your drive motors, your propulsion motors. Give me
Brace.
give me a ship's boat roll.
We're dead.
No. We have forward momentum. We just need to be able to direct it. I suggest going out on the side and creating enough resistance.
That's what the pelters do. They hop out and use their little thrusters on their vac suits to push things back into alignment.
That's what. Well, okay. Do we have anything that could give us any propulsion? Do you have any spare missiles?
Okay,
We have no more red buttons. Why do we not have any more red buttons?
What about garlic?
Oh dear. Essentially, you start heading down towards the moon. You do indeed have forward propulsion, but the blast has knocked you offline. Zap does as much as he can to hold the ship together, and he actually gets it belly down as you as the lunar surface comes rushing up towards you.
Okay, but I haven't got mouse turn tail or something, which I know is very important.
Well,
How are we meant to go to the gullet now? How are we meant to go to the gullet now?
You're going to miss the
Actually,
military
say to
base
Zach,
by
shouldn't the ground be doing that?
You're going to miss the military base by about 10 kilometres because of the blast. And as you crash down into the lunar landscape, and you're thrown, all of you are thrown by the blast. You also hear an extremely loud explosion about 10 kilometres away.
How the hell did this
Where the base used to be.
Okay, you all take 4 points of damage to your strength from the strike.
Ow.
Okay.
I'm a phoebe.
Kitty cat person.
I pass out.
What's your name? Seeker. Does this moon have an atmosphere? You didn't tell us that.
No.
We must do. We heard
It's
an
a
explosion. You don't hear explosions.
Yeah.
It's
That's a point. That's a point. That's a point.
What sort of atmosphere
Okay.
does it have?
You see an explosion then.
Oh, okay.
ammonium nitrate.
I was thinking we can walk away
I
from
was
this.
about to say. I was about to terminate. Actually, Mark, can you just say this? Because, oh, well, yes. Most the moon's mainly made up of hydrogen.
Yeah, ammonium nitrate.
Ammonium nitrate.
And then a
Hydrogen.
couple of moments
As
later,
usual.
you're all burned to death. But that's okay.
Okay, so we see the explosion off to the side, take 4 points on our strength.
Yes, you see Decker completely floats past.
I've broken yet another ship.
Oh, hello, there's a Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. I've
Well, we're-
missed this in my calendar for some weird reason. Sorry, Mark.
That's okay, but it's your fault we're all dying. You realise that, don't you, Dan?
Ah, okay. Right.
Wow,
That's
it's
all right,
12 last time.
But it's a glorious death.
I was actually about to call it because it's 20 minutes past our New Zealander companion's bedtime.
That's all cool. That's all cool.
However, what happened, Dan, is essentially you arrived in Aslani space as the Aslani capital of the Aslani space, Luakti, the planet, had disappeared.
Oh.
The moon had been found, and there were two huge mechanist ships in place battling some Aslani ships. They blew essentially the cockpit and the forward section of the ship that you were on into pieces. You hopped into a ship's boat trying to make it to the moon base, where you've just crashed into the moon, and the moon base itself appears to have just exploded.
And can I go on the record here and say that isn't everyone really happy that I convinced us all to hop in that secure cargo hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, rightio.
Yeah. The ship blows up around us and we're in a secure cargo hole. Like, you know, it's... Anyway.
Yeah, okay,
You're the
yeah,
hero of
take,
the day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take your victories. Take your
We
victories.
did-
wherever you can get
Yeah, take my small victories.
Not
Yeah.
the guys that protected the ship's boat as it was heading down to the moon. You know, the one that flew it. You were just standing there giving encouraging speech.
I hit the red button.
Yeah, and you kept on that encouraging speech. What a glorious bloody way to die.
That's it. That's it.
So encouraged.
So
I
what will
opened the door and
happen?
shot some stuff.
What will happen is this was the penultimate game.
Oh,
And so the next session will actually round this series of 6 games up. Now, the next session that we will have...
Oh, so
Well,
that means we're going to get killed off.
No, I didn't say that. Just because you lot ended up getting killed off last time was your own fault. But that's okay.
Oh, I don't know about that. I blame the navigator.
It was definitely the navigator.
Oh, well, that's okay. The captain wasn't the navigator at that time. So I'm going to pop this up. It'll probably be in about 3 weeks' time. 3 or 4 weeks' time, and we will hit this again, and we will knock it out of the park, and hopefully sort of bring it all together.
so at the moment we're sitting in a sort of a shell of a ship's boat on the moon, without.
It's not looking good.
Essentially,
The base we're about to go to just blew up.
the ship that you're in has cracked itself open.
Right.
It's a ruin. You're on the surface of a moon whilst a violent battle goes on above you.
Okay, well,
Um,
just before we finish, I'd like to make sure we've all gathered some of those special requirements, those bottles.
You
Yes.
grab some of the scout brew.
Yeah. If we're going
Did
to
I spill my beer?
No, you didn't.
So
There are,
I'll take a sip and I'll turn to Zap and said, I think you landed a bit hard.
Yeah.
Did we miss the landing pad?
Yeah,
Right.
just a tad. I tailed instead of spinned or something, according to
Instead of
the
top.
cat. Yeah.
Seeker believes it was a perfect landing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any landing you walk away from is a perfect
From-
landing, apparently.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
In
one.
this game. There are 10 new ships that
I'm
registered
not
coming into
walking.
the system.
I seem to
Yeah.
remember that. Or if I
10
would
new
remember
ships.
if I was
10
hunted.
now.
Oh, actually, hang on, Tom. Did you say before you're out of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you've got 3 strength, and 4 is more than 3, as far as I remember.
Shit. Oh dear.
Okay.
Does that mean you take one off endurance?
You will. He'd choose where he gets the next one off.
Okay.
Who's got med?
Me, yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Okay, do it so we can at least get him back to halfway.
That might be enough for 1 point. Anyway, and Jack of all trades.
Quick.
It's alright. It's just like opening a door. I'll just weld his stomach back together.
Don't forget to pour a little bit of the jacuzzi in there just to settle things.
I'll probably spill something.
You won't mind that.
Okay, I'll hold the welder for you.
You want me to just make a basic roll, or?
Yeah, give us a roll.
Yeah,
I haven't clubbed a roll
You're a
yet.
legend. Dave, you're a legend tonight. My God.
Tonight I am. Usually I
You're a
screw it up and
dice.
can't even open doors.
You're a dice god.
You see,
You're the hero of the day.
looks at his scout brew, goes to pour a bit, then decides instead, no, I don't think I better.
No, I
And he
still
pulls
have
out a
it.
staple gun and just staples up the holes.
Ah.
Which is enough to get our companion Decker 2 points into strength.
Yay.
Oh.
Note that in the character sheet. Down 1 strength.
However, the good news is when we start next game, hopefully you'll have your communications expert, which is what I believe Dan's character was.
Yeah, that'd be good, because I was just faking it.
I know she said was, what, implying he no longer is, or?
Ah, well, you just had a big crash into a moon. Let's hope he's alive.
Well, actually, I like to think of it as that the moon crashed into us.
Yes.
Failed to give way. We'll put that on the accident report.
No, we
Moon failed
attacked
to
the
give
moon.
way.
We attacked the moon.
Moon
No,
That's an
you
aggressive
landed
move
really
towards
hard.
the moon.
Oh, and
It's
in
just a very
fact,
hard landing.
Actually, I'm going to say something about a damn Aslan pushing a bloody red button that sent us out of control.
Seeker starts smiling.
I smiled at
I
that.
missed those. That's not all bad.
I know how to play this smiley game. It's like nicey spooky, isn't it? Smiley.
Oh, no, I'm
Okay.
good.
So I'm going to stop the broadcast there. Thanks for watching if you did.